So let's talk about the three biggest blocks to abundance. The first one is limiting beliefs. Beliefs that we hold as truth. We often get them from our families, our cultures, and our communities. These are beliefs like, I have to work hard to have money. I have to sacrifice to make money. I'll have time for myself and my family later. Or with money, if I had more money, I'll have more freedom or security. I'll be able to go on vacation, buy a home, expand my business. Another one is, money's for other people. Or if I want money, then I'm selfish. I'm spiritual, so money's not important. Or the more money means more problems. Another limiting belief is money is evil. These beliefs that we hold as true become our reality. And when they go unchecked, our brains create filters for supporting evidence of them being true. We have something in our brains called the RAS, our reticular activating system. It searches for evidence to reinforce our beliefs and then reinforce our experience of the world, that you have to work hard for money. And this creates a loop that feeds itself. This reinforcement actually locks these beliefs into place to the point that they are no longer seen as beliefs, but as truth and how the world actually is. And as a truth, they seem unchangeable, yet they're just a belief. They're not the truth. So the second block to abundance is something called safety patterning. This is just as common as having limiting beliefs. There's a part of your brain which is called the reptilian brain or the critter brain. It's at the base of your skull and the top of your spine. And its only focus is survival. It does not care about the quality of your life. It only cares that you survived. It will repeat experiences it knows it can survive. Even if they're awful, upsetting, and unwanted experiences, it will repeat them over and over again because it knows these are survivable. It knows you can survive them. Let me give you an example. There's a child who grows up in a house and they get hit on the head every day by a hammer. Now, this could be literally or figuratively. They're hit in the head every day by a hammer. And their brain goes, oh, that hurt. Oh gosh. Okay, am I alive? Okay, I survived. The critter brain's like, oh, did I survive that? Okay, I survived that. Okay, good. Every time the critter brain will go, oh, did I survive that? Okay, I survived that. By the time the child grows up and is old enough to leave the house, consciously, they're very relieved and excited to get out of that environment. They go out into their life, but their reptilian brain, their subconscious brain, is starting to need to know that they're still alive. It's starting to look for hammer hitters. It's starting to look to outsource that experience that they had in childhood in their bosses, in their roommates, in their partners, in their friendships, in their neighbors. Whomever they can find to hit them on the head with a hammer, again, whether figuratively or literally, to create that same level of stress or upset so that that part of their brain knows that they're still alive. So they'll actually go out and subconsciously recreate that same level of stress. Consciously, they don't want it, but subconsciously, that part of their brain has to have it to know that they're still alive. So the more stress that existed at a young age, the more the critter brain engages to recreate these same conditions because it knows those conditions are survivable. Even if they're conditions of shame, struggle, not being worthy, feelings of being unlovable, feelings of not belonging, even procrastination and financial loss. This is some of the critter brain's most prolific work. Because we survived them previously, this part of our brain knows that we can survive them again. I mean, you're here, right? You're watching this video. So your debt, your stress, your overwhelm, procrastination, and struggles have not killed you yet. What you survived now becomes what your critter brain knows is survivable. Your critter brain does not know that the experiences you'd rather have of abundance, financial freedom are survivable yet. So it will avoid these experiences. It will actually sabotage your success and dissipate money. This is all done with the intention to keep you safe and to make sure you're surviving. This is why it's called safety patterning. It's safety to your critter brain, not to your executive functioning brain or your cerebral cortex, because your cerebral cortex actually wants a better quality of life for you. That's your conscious brain. The one that envisions abundance, freedom, ease, and joy. The critter brain is not interested in the quality of your life. It's just interested that you survived. This puts these two parts of your brain at odds with each other. You envision a beautiful, abundant life with your cerebral cortex. Yet your critter brain wants to know that you're alive. It will find ways to repeat upsetting, stressful, unwanted experiences that you've already lived through. See, your critter brain will override a better quality of life to make sure it knows you are alive. And it does this by repeating stress, creating the income roller coaster, the feast or famine, keeping you in debt, feelings of overwhelm and procrastination. If you want to know more about this, I actually have a video on it called Why Don't I Have What I Want Yet? The third biggest block to abundance is inherited family loyalties. It's how we limit our abilities or hold our success hostage in an effort to show our love to our family, both consciously and unconsciously. Like thoughts like, who am I to have it better than my family? Or we've always worked hard for our money. I can't have it easier when my ancestors struggled for generations. These are the hardest patterns to shift because we hold on to them with all of our unconscious might out of love for our family. It's really common to see generations repeating the same suffering of their great-grandparents. I've seen it many times. Someone's business struggles year after year, and when I work with them, we find out this is the exact same experience their great-grandfather had with his business. They didn't plan or want this same pattern to happen, but subconsciously, they are entangled with their ancestors' struggles, and it shows up in their life today. It's incredibly loving to repeat these patterns out of loyalty to your ancestors, but it's also extremely futile, because no one has ever healed their family this way. They only prolong and proliferate the pain and suffering by joining them in it. Understand, we all have limiting beliefs, safety patterning, and family inherited loyalties, especially around money and success. They are not unique to you. Believe it or not, our limiting beliefs, our safety patterning, and our family inherited loyalties were very useful at one time. They were installed to protect you at a very young age, so they had a purpose, and their intent was a positive one. Yet now, you've outgrown their usefulness because they were chosen by a much younger version of yourself who didn't know what you need as an adult or what you envision for your life. And they are limiting your ability to have the abundance, freedom, and wealth that you want. If you'd like to learn more about how to shift these blocks permanently and have more abundance in your life, book a call with me.